Hey guys, this is Begin Rex, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Lazarus Hardcore Nuzlocke series. Alright, so we are going to fix my face cam first of all. There we go. And now we are going to continue onwards. So, we're currently at Pithios Town because reasons that I don't definitely remember. So we'll fly back over to Tower Deoxys. I think I remember. We were at Pithios Town because we were looking at Serena's moveset, which is a whole bunch of kicking moves, which you're probably not using. However, we got quite the boss fight coming up ahead, which is the very next fight. So it immediately leads with a Hydrapple and Tinkaton Mega Evolution. Along with Tinkaton having Fake Out, which means Double Protect is a must. If I'm going to be honest, I immediately think right off the bat Mega Dollbox as my main Mega, as I accidentally punched my mic. Let's see here, and then if you use Grimmsnarl, Tinkaton just walls you. Mandibuzz. I'm very sure I should know what False Surrender is. Oh, False Surrender just ignores accuracy and evasion checks. Yep. Oh yeah, that is Grimmsnarl's signature move. So yeah, like, it can theoretically damage Tinkaton, but not by too much. But even then, I think I got more than enough counters. Draco's ult could be tricky. Yeah, that definitely hits me just for straight neutral damage no matter what. But immediately right off the bat, I am thinking Claydol. Sneasler is literally nothing to worry about. Because not only does Tinkaton wall its hits, Claydol can also just outspeed, not outspeed, but just tank a hit and then one shot right back. Which means I should probably give you Side Shield Bash again, if you don't have it anymore. Tyrantrum, that could be tricky, but once again, get walled by Tinkaton. Silvally, Fairy Memory, once again, walled by Tinkaton. And Raging Bolt, dealing with Electric and Dragon. And once again, that could be Tinkaton. But I cannot be relying on Tinkaton too much. So I really do need to think of an alternate plan. That alternate plan potentially being Florges, because that can also just straight up tank Raging Bolt no matter what it throws at me. Basculegion, probably not going to be useful. but I do need to think about the rest of my team members here. Hydra Apple. Of course, Burning Jealousy is a fire move. Fickle Beam is a weird move. I know it's your signature move, but I don't remember what it does. Deals damage with 80 base power. However, there's a 30% chance for the power to double up to 160. Oh boy, a luck-based move. And then Syrup Bomb. Lowers opponent's speed each turn for 3 turns. It's not amazing, and it's only 85 accuracy unless it's been buffed in this game. And lastly, Burning Jealousy. Hits all opponents and burns any that have had their stats boosted. Alright, so that's just not going to matter too much. But right off the rip, I am thinking Delphox. In Tinkaton lead, potentially, but I really don't want to switch in Tinkaton immediately. Like, if I could get something that can outspeed Tinkaton other than Delphox, I should be fine. But right off the bat, I do remember Claydol, you're coming out of the team. Probably not going to need Noctowl. Vikavolt can be an option, I suppose. I don't think I'm going to need Politoed this fight. I mean, Weavile can outspeed Tinkaton, but it's not like he could do anything super effective back other than Dig. Skuntank is an option. With Acid Spray, we can't learn anything good, Skuntank. The issue is I just have no more fast Pokemon. Weavile's my fastest Pokemon in general. Then it's Tinkaton, which is actually kind of fast. Delphox is actually no, Delphox is faster? What kind of speed EVs did you get? A bunch of them, apparently. Along with attack, oh my god, that attack EVs, really? Yeah, there's one other thing I do want to check. Delphox. Your other ability is to straight up Magician with your hidden ability Tangling Hair. Honestly, I think Blaze is good enough. Delphox has 129 base speed compared to Tinkaton's. Mega Tinkaton, where you at in the sheet? So yeah, it is a 129 base speed on Mega Delphox. Compare that to 114. Okay, I will outspeed Tinkaton. But it does have 135 special defense. If Weavile could just get Fake Out, I would have so much room to work with. But I might even just straight up consider Weavile just because Icicle Crash will just straight up one-shot the Hydrapple. So, with that in mind, Hydrapple just gets one shot by Icicle Crash. Let's get rid of Ampharos for now. But it really does come down to, can I one-shot Mega Tinkaton? And I'm going to teach Fire Blast just to guarantee it. So let me actually look at my special attack set again on Delphox. Mega Delphox. 149 special attack. That's gonna be close. But it's also 129 speed on Mega Delphox compared to Weavile 125 speed. Alright, so I will need Weavile to be slightly slower, which means I'm gonna have to go Adamant Mint. Right? 124, 125, or 151. Yeah, let me test something. Remember, we already made our encounter, but I'm going to do it on Pokemon I know I'll be safe against. Here we go. I'm going to Mega and use Rest to waste a turn. .159 speed. Okay. So Mega Delphox does outspeed Weavile, which is good. That's all I needed to know. So I am teaching Fire Blast because I need to guarantee that one shot. Fire Blast that I definitely have. I just left it at the move triggers. What do you mean I can't fly when I'm inside the Pokemon Center? How dare you? Alright, Pythios Town. There's Fire Blast. Teach that over Flamethrower. And because Moongeist Beam is both Ghost and Fairy, it's also a decent option against Raging Bolt. Of course, I will be teaching a bunch of Protect and Rest as well. So let's get Protect out. Always get Protection. Let's see, do I need Psychic in this fight? I don't think I do. I mean, only against Sneasler. I could theoretically use Noctowl against like 2 Pokemon, but I think that would just be a death sentence, if I'm being honest. Personally, even if Push Your Fire Blast could do a lot of damage to Sneasler, so yeah, I'm gonna give it a Psychic and make sure I keep Rest in case I need to heal. Meanwhile, you're definitely getting this. You're not using Swords Dance in this fight. You're also getting this Tinkaton. Get rid of Rock Slide. Dracozolt would be worst case scenario, but that's why we have Claydol. Thankfully, I won't have to worry about Volt Absorb since no one has any electric moves. And I think Fortis actually needs Draining Kiss. Where's the Draining Kiss? There you are. Because Giga Drain's definitely not going to be useful in this battle, unless I actually want to commit to Pollen Puff instead. I'm going to commit to Pollen Puff. And if Tyrantrum misses the field, I have no choice but to use Tinkaton. So Valet, I'll most likely be fine. Actually, if I have a Muscle Band, I'm going to give it just in case. Onto, freaking Weavile. There's a chance I might have put it in my PC, because I ran out of item storage. Saltfest not going to help. Alright, it's in my PC. Unless... No, I'm not even going to use a Dark move, most likely. So yeah, I think I'll be fine. In that regard. Still gotta find one more Pokemon. Is there one Pokemon here that I don't have a counter for yet? And or want a second counter for? Mandibuzz I could potentially use a second counter for with Vigavolt. At least Dracozolt doesn't have Hustle, so that's another good thing. Bringing in Beautifly, the sacrificial lamb. You know what? Just because of a potential ground immunity, should actually bring Vigavolt or it's between Vigavolt or Noctowl. I think I'll go Vigavolt. I'm just gonna save Noctowl just in case. But as is, Vigavolt's the most expendable member on the team. So let's get you Protect. Slow U-turn is a possibility. Get rid of Air Slash. Rest. Now, if I'm gonna... I don't think you actually need rest. I think I'll pass. But chances are you will die. If you get sent into battle. Yeah, nature's good enough, I suppose. And I'll at least give you a magnet. Power up Thunderbolt. And Florges will get a Citrus Berry. And Claydol, your moveset. It's perfect as is. So your physical. Alright, most of your team's physical, so you know what? I'm okay with the nature. There's one more item I might take into consideration if it's possible to get. I was considering a wide lens to help boost the accuracy of Icicle Crash, but it's held by Wild Yanmas and Yanmegas. Do I have Thief? I do not. However, I might have another idea to get a wide lens. Hello, Francisco. Potentially 2 ideas. Alright, good. Kakyan does get Thief. Get a Sucker Punch. And we're gonna go get ourselves a wide lens. Alright, so let's get ourselves Fly once again. Alright, so Calculator was useful for something. Yay! So, Riverwalk Trail at night. And that is along the first half. Alright, let's go cut down. Oh, here's a Yama. We're gonna go ahead and use Thief, get ourselves a wide lens. I said we're gonna Thief ourselves a wide lens. Oh, sure, I find the rare 2%. That's 10%! It's a 10% encounter rate. I also couldn't tell if that Lulu was shiny or not. And it's daytime. To be honest, looking for the stack's probably gonna be faster. Yeah, it's a cutie fly. Nope, still counts as daytime. Hey, I never got this item. Oh, aerial ace. Okay, we'll take that. I had a feeling there was a surf spout or two I was missing. Let's wait for it to be nighttime. I think that counts as night. Yep, it's nighttime. Where's that 10% Yama, please? So that was not a shiny Litleo. There you are. Now, please have a wide lens. Alright. I'm gonna double check Pokemon data. Yeah, let's go Yama. %5 chance of having a wide lens. And Yanmega is exactly the same as well. Okay, I'm willing to take that 5%. Imagine if that was actually the one. You know what, if I'm gonna be honest, I think it's gonna be faster doing this. And looking for a static. Yeah, see? We got a static. Just none of them are Yama. Why is those Litleos looking like different colors? Hi. Liger. Yama. Oh. Why are a bunch of Litleos being different colors? Like, the shade seems slightly off. And the gender doesn't make a difference either. Now, come on, Yanma, give me some luck. And it's daytime. Evening. Wait for the time to pass to 8 p.m. Alright, here we go. We'll at least see if there's a static Yama, make life easier. Nope. Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of you so you're no longer a nuisance. I use slack off. Alright, here we go. That's not a wide lens. Not slack off. Like, look, that sandal is a different color as well. And that's not shiny. Alright, Yama. We thief. We steal the wide lens, and it's as easy as that. Of course, you actually need to pull the wide lens. I will at least give it to the end of this night cycle before looking up to see if Yamega might be more frequent, more likely to spawn. That was like 10% compared to 10%. I'm going to take the Yama. Is it just me, or does this one just seem like a more of like a mahogany color rather than actual red? I don't know. Like, this one almost looks brown. Come on now, 5% chance of getting a wide lens from a Yama. Or is it because of the weather messing things up? That could be a thing. Maybe it's the changing weather. That's gonna be my theory. Alright, so by using Thief, you get the 5% chance at a wide lens. I'm probably going to find a shiny before we can actually find a Yama that's holding a wide lens. I hope you like the sound of my keyboard. So, let's look up Yamega now. %5 chance of Yamega. I don't even have access to yet, but even that's 2%. Yep, so we are literally stuck on this road. Ah, you're showing daytime encounters. Boo! But that's fine, because we're just gonna get this first try. Actually, I wonder if this is a faster way of respawning static. Or just get no static whatsoever. Okay. Is that Yama? No, it's a Mudbray. Dang, that Yama with the white lightning there, that actually looks kind of cool. Alright, there's the Yama, we thief. And we steal the wide lens off of it. Alright, we thief. We steal the wide lens. Okay, we are way over odds. Excuse me a second. That shade of blue almost thought that was a shiny, but no, I just remembered. Shiny Cubchoo's purple. Wait, I'm surprised we're not running into a single shiny yet. Throughout this entire game. I mean, if you do run into shiny claws, obviously I'm going to take advantage of it, but of course I'm not going to abuse it. I'm just doing this until I get myself a wide lens. You piece of crap. Alright, these spawns suck. Let's refresh. No, it's not the weather, so I don't even know anymore. Because there was like 3 Cubchoos in a row. 3 of them were in the sun. I didn't even think that ponytail was a different color. So I'm not exactly sure what's up with that. But what I do know what's up is that this is where we get our wide lens. Alright, wide lens time. So here we go. 5% chance. Get ourselves the wide lens. Give it to our Weavile. So that way we'll be less likely to miss its icicle crashes and then we'll be all set. Even if I decide to give up and just go with Ice Punch instead, which probably is the smarter move, the wide lens is probably a safe item to have regardless. Ain't that right, Kecleon? Alright, there's Yanma, which I feel like it's seen better days. It doesn't help us getting one-shot by a thief, but hey, at least we're going to get the wide lens in return. Okay, come on now. Yeah, that's right, let's go back to back here. back we go. I'm gonna go through one more day and night cycle trying to get the wide lens. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna cut my losses and just go with a nice save. Ice punch. Yama. Like, this one is like magenta color, so I don't even know anymore. But yeah, let's just get the wide lens. Are you kidding me? We're over odds, I'm pretty sure. Because 5%. Let's just... yeah. Because that rounds out to be like 1 in 20. Which means after 20 Yamas, that should be a wide lens. Come on now, thief. Wide lens. Alright, so we thief. We'll go with the wide lens. Give us the wide lens, please. I know you want to give it to me, apparently not. So yeah, let's just get the wide lens. Yeah, man. Alright, so thief, get ourselves the wide lens. Oh, come on. Alright, so there's our Yama. All we have to do, use thief. That's a wide lens after a crit. I prefer to save those crits for the boss fights. Just saying. Idiot. It's okay because this is the one with the wide lens. I can feel it. I feel it in my bones. I have no bones. There's our Yama. Oh, not Drain Punch, no! Idiot! That's okay, because this is the one with the wide lens. So come on, just give it to me, Yama. Just give it to me. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put Thief in the front slot. So that way, when the Yama comes out, I'll be less likely to misclick. And because of those mess-ups, I'll go one more day cycle. Right, so all we have to do is Thief. I dropped my phone. I said I was gonna go one more because I messed up 2 of those. Alright, there's our Yama. All we have to do is use Thief. Okay, I'm looking at my phone. Okay. There's our Yama, Thief. And that is how you get a wide lens. See, it's just that easy. Alright, so we found our Yama. Quick attacks, it's not an issue. That's all you have to do. Use Thief, and that's the free wide lens 100% of the time, if you're lucky. Which clearly I am not. So, let's go. Thief, give it to me. Thank you. God dang it. Alright. Here comes a thief. Now give me what you have. God dang it. Thief. Item. Rah. Alright, so this is how you get a wide lens in Pokemon Lazarus. You find a wild Yama, you use Thief, and boom, here's your wide lens. Along with 1 EXP point. Alright, so here's Yama. It has a 5% chance to hold a wide lens, so that's why we're using Thief with our Kecleon. Which means you get an EXP point. Alright, so thief, wyverns, and it's just that easy. But of course, you still need to be lucky. Pretty sure if you have a swarm Pokemon in your party, it increases the chances of bug-type Pokemon appearing. But I do not have that. So, we thief, we steal the wyverns, and we can continue on with the game. Or not. So in order to continue on with our lives, all we need to do is use Thief Hanayama and steal the 5% wyverns. Okay, I'm giving up. We're just gonna go Never Melt Ice with the Ice Punch. It's quad weakness after all. And you can just keep the Never Melt Ice if you already have it. Yep. Even though Ice Fang is theoretically a little bit better. And I'm just gonna go Ice Punch. So let's see what everyone's items are. Of course, you're gonna Mega Evolve, Never Melt Ice, Citrus Berry. I'm gonna give you a Chesto Berry. Because you're definitely gonna need Chesto Resto. You get Citrus and you get a Magnet because you're probably dying. So let's go ahead and give you a Chesto Berry. And double check movesets one last time. It's probably as good as it's getting. Delphox, if you miss your Fire Blast, I am going to lose it. I have no intentions of using Rest with Weavile because you're literally just here for Hydrapple, and that's literally it. And let me just look up two things before continuing onwards. I mean, special defense stat of 85 on Weavile could be enough to survive a Burning Jealousy. If we're lucky. If it's a 120 special attack stat and a non-stab move, it might be fine. I'm gonna say we're fine. Oh yeah, Weavile can learn Surf, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Hey, make a walk and fly. So at least if Knockout dies, we have another fly user. So now it's time to move on to the tower. The Great Tower of Rayquaza. That's a smooth bet. Woo! Based. Imagine living right next to the tower. And the boss is on well, the only trainer battle here, I should say. It's on the 3rd floor, and there's no other battles on the way. But since we did make some progress, we are going to save. We're on the 1st floor. 2nd floor. And we'll wait for the internet to fix itself. Just gonna wait for the error message to go away, and then we'll continue onwards. Alright, let's do this. One last save. Wait. Okay, so we're getting thunder. Alright, so this is actually the final floor. Perfect. We have it right where we want it. One more hit, and I'll force it to submit to us. Raging Bolt, it's time to use Thunderclap. I have to do this battle in sunlight. Adam, but how? Did both of my atoms fail to take you down? I'm almost impressed. No matter. Just like in the temple at Sappho City, you're too late. Rayquaza's on the verge of defeat at my hands. It'll never obey an unproven trainer like you. Gotta wait for it to be sunlight, just in case. Rayquaza, you've seen my power firsthand, and I command you to obey me. Use Dragon Ascent on this foolish trainer. Oh, don't make me go up against Rayquaza first. That's gonna mess up my plan. I'm playing it safe. Because if it's rain when Raging Bolt comes... If it's rain when the battle starts, that's gonna be really bad. Rayquaza, I've given you an order, or must I make Raging Bolt bring you down permanently? Greer! Rayquaza's strength is still overpowering. Adam, for once, you're here at the perfect moment. You shall be an example of my power to Rayquaza. Face me, and I will blow you off this wretched tower. Grrr. Haha, listen to that roar. With you gone and Rayquaza subdued, the Alos region will be mine for the taking. Come on, I need it to be sunlight. Alright, should be fine. Team Chimera Calliope. Here comes Hydrapple and Tinkaton. I better see sunlight. Yes! Tinkaton breaks the mold, that's fine. Evasiveness fell. Evasiveness also fell. I'm not too concerned about that. But I do need to protect turn 1 just in case I see a if I see a fake out incoming from the Tinkaton, because I will screw things over. So, we Mega, we protect. A Weavile, you will also protect. There's a chance Tinkaton will just go straight for Weavile with a Gigaton Hammer, in which case that'd probably be better. There's your Power Drill. Gigaton Hammer into Weavile. Nice. Fickle Beam, Delphox protected. Now, Fire Blast, please land. This will one-shot Tinkaton. And Weavile, I'm just gonna go straight for the Ice Punch on Hydrapple. I cannot do with that Fickle Beam. But please land Fire Blast. Please! Yes! Okay. Good. One threat gone. And Weavile will one-shot the Hydrapple. Sunlight is strong. Probably Raging Bolt. Nope, Tyrantrum. Alright, I could stay in and just immediately take care of you. Sneasler's in. Sneasler has a setup move, and Swords Dance. It probably sees the KO onto Weavile with Brick Break. So Weavile is going to have to protect, and Delphox, I could probably get away with a Moongeist Beam in a Tyrantrum. But let me see my other options. Like, I have a monstrous amount of special attack. In this game, Moongeist Beam, that is Ghost and Fairy type. Tyrantrum does not have a lot of special defense. I'll double check that real quick. Yeah, 59 special defense. It is not surviving this hit. If it is super effective. But just in the off chance I do want to switch out Weavile. This could be the perfect opportunity to actually switch into Claydol. And if Moongeist Beam is indeed a fairy move as well, this will one-shot Tyrantrum, so that's not an issue. But if Sneasler sets up a Sword Stance, it's next to go. I'm gonna go for the hard switch into Claydol here, so I'm just gonna Moongeist Beam Tyrantrum. And Weavile, I'm going to switch you out for Claydol. Because chances are Sneasler is going to use Brick Break. Yep, Tyrantrum's down. Yep, Brick Break into Claydol. So I can use Side Shield Bash to get rid of you. Raging Bolt. Ooh. I'm gonna have to look up Raging Bolt speed stat. Speed stat of 75. Compare that to Claydol. We might be speed tied. It's base 75 to base 75. Delphox has a monstrous amount of special defense, so it should be safe for a little bit. And this is probably where I can go into Florges very safely. Because I'm not risking the speed tie. Of course, it can only hit with Dragon Pulse this turn, so it would be a free switch no matter what. But if that's the case, I would need to go straight into the Weavile slot this turn. If you're not going for Thunderclap onto Primarine. No, I don't even know why Primarine came into mind. And a Delphox. I need to look at his stats one more time. Raging Bolt. 137 special attack. You do have Calm Mind, so I will have to be a little careful of that. But I think no matter what, I'll be fine. So, Delphox, I'm just going to use you to get rid of Sneasler. Claydol could protect in theory. Why didn't I just think about using Protect? I think using Protect is like the correct play no matter what. Of course, Sneasler could potentially set up a Swords Dance, so I do have to be a little careful of that. You know, I'm just gonna Moongeist Beam the Sneasler. But looking at the rest of the team here real quick. Trying to think. So whatever your last Pokemon is, it does not have a super effective hit against Delphox, otherwise you probably would have sent it in by now. Which makes me think your last Pokemon is Silvally. I mean, Sneasler can't even do too much to me back, honestly. Like, I could survive one hit of whatever Sneasler does outside of it using Swords Dance. Once it uses Swords Dance, I'm getting rid of it. So, with that in mind, I'm actually going to Moongeist Beam the Raging Bolt. It is super effective, and I'm going to Protect to play it safe. That damage is kind of expected. Sneasler Swords Dance, so you're out of here. Alright, you went for Calm Mind. Alright, I have to Moongeist Beam the Sneasler, I don't have a choice. Play it all. Gonna switch into Florges. Of course, you have to be careful, potentially of a Discharge. Sneasler gets one shot. I got lucky. So yeah, I messed up. Forgot Fairy. The poison type screwed me over. I think I have no choice but to go for Fire Blast on Sneasler. Well, actually, Moongeist Beam, that's a guaranteed kill. I'm just going to have to take the guaranteed kill here. So I'm going to Moongeist Beam the Sneasler. And I'm going to have to Moonblast the Raging Bolt. You outspeed! Why are you faster? No! That wasn't a guaranteed kill? That's bad. Right, take your time, you're coming in. I had to protect with Delphox. And I'm going to Spirit Break the Raging Bolt. It failed. You can survive this Tinkaton. Yeah, let's go. Please. Yes, Raging Bolt down. But Delphox is also not in a great situation. Alright, there's no situation we'll ever use Brick Break into Delphox this turn, so I'm gonna go Weavile. And I'm gonna protect with Tinkaton, probably. Multi-attack is a fairy move. Floor just dying is a little unfortunate, but at least it was one of my expendable Pokemon that I could potentially have afforded to lose. Because I was forced to protect this turn. There's a chance it might X-Scissor into a Weavile switch. I could use Rest with Delphox. Wait, hang on, does Dire Claw's effect? Oh no, Dire Claw has increased crit ratio. 50% chance of either poisoning, paralyzing, or putting the foe to sleep. I am actually a little curious, why did Raging Bolt outspeed me that one turn? Because photosynthesis, that just raises your highest stat in Sun. Because that's basically the booster energy item. Booster high stat. Well, special attack was boosted, so I'm confused. I gotta think about this another way because... yeah, because you are gonna Dire Claw this turn on a Delphox, because you see a kill with it. Then it's just a matter of what Silvally will go for. And I need to get the KO this turn with Tinkaton. I think Claydol is just the safest switch. I just have to play around Silvally's weird moveset here. And you see a kill, you will not go for a heal here, so I'm going to Spirit Break Sneasler. I can survive one X-Scissor. Slash was worst case scenario. Citrus Berry, because I forgot to give the Lumberry, or yeah, the Lumberry. Hey, please just don't be X-Scissor. Trust Claw. Claydol survives. Okay. Alright, hang on. You see a kill. So, we protect. We Gigaton Hammer. But it says you're normal type, but you have fairy memory. I mean, regardless, Gigaton Hammer is the correct play. Yeah, Ironhead, Claydol protects. We'll just go Vikavolt. It's like the only thing we can actually do. Spirit Break for some chip damage. Multi-attack, that's just a normal move. And Savali's done. Because now we Thunderbolt and we Gigaton Hammer. There we go. Unfortunately, we lost our Florges, but I'd say that was a sacrifice that was worth. It doesn't help I did misplay a little bit. Alright, so Calliope is defeated. Defeated Team Chimera Calliope. My plans, they're all falling apart. This is ridiculous! Being defeated by someone so young, so inexperienced? I am not one to be humiliated like this. My admins? So it's true, you were defeated by Adam as well. Tell me, what has become of our plans? We're sorry, but the weather across the whole region has stabilized. Kyogre, Groudon, and now Rayquaza must be fighting against our influence. Even worse, people across Ilios are fighting back against Team Chimera. If we don't act soon, all will be lost. Ah! Nothing has gone right since that brat got involved. I have new orders. My simple admins. We still control the legendary beasts, even without the weather trio. We must retreat back to Arius' hideout to recover and plan our next strike. Adam, knowing you, I'm knowing you'll follow us right to our hideout, and I cannot stop you. But if you dare to enter, know that we will do everything we can to stop you permanently. Let's get out of here. The Rayquaza looms over you. Its eyes are intimidating. You can sense that it is grateful for your help, and respects your skills as a trainer. Rayquaza flares with a primal energy. Your team has been miraculously healed. With the exception of Florges. I will only use Delphox if it's extremely desperate. Because in this fight, I'm most likely going to be relying on Tinkaton. Because its moves, the moveset for Rayquaza includes, but is not limited to, and by that I mean limited to, Dragon Pulse, Extreme Speed, Snarl, and Rust. Okay, oh yep, let's just go with Tinkaton. Oh wait, never mind, it is Dragon Ascent as well. So it's actually Dragon Ascent, Dragon Pulse, Extreme Speed, Snarl. And you're not going to undergo Mega Evolution. Okay. I'm okay with that. So we're going to Spirit Break. And we actually outspeed Rayquaza, which is interesting. I love how it's called Dragon Ascent, yet it's a flying move. Alright, well this will now guarantee to knock it out. Goodbye. Rayquaza flew high into the ozone layer, impressed with your power. Rayquaza could be encountered again at the Tower of Dixius until it is successfully caught. The legend of Rayquaza is now complete. But now we have to put Florges to rest. It's Adam, come on! The weather across Ilios is back to normal. Did you really see Kyogre and Groudon from Team Chimera? Once the weather started to lighten up, we came here as fast as we could. We saw attacks flying around the tower and heard Rayquaza roar. So are you okay? Tell us everything! You defeated Calliope? Even as she used Raging Bolt? And if that's true, you saved the Ilios region. Not so fast. Adam said that Team Chimera is going to retreat to Arios' hideout. That's the Pyroar's den, the heart of Team Chimera, crawling with Chimera grunts. To truly defeat Team Chimera, Arios' hideout needs to fall. Adam, you should be able to follow the road south of Asphalt Hills to Port Pello. So, south of Asphalt Hills to Port Pello, the closest remaining town to Arios' hideout. From there, you can reach their hideout and take down Team Chimera for good. Arios' hideout used to be a small town before Team Chimera took over. In fact, Calliope was the gym leader there. I bet you anything that she's hiding in the remnants of her gym. We need to report back to the university. Good luck. The final showdown is now active. Alright, so that was a very stupid misplay. But Florges has to go into the box. And sorry about that, Florges. That was a misplay, but well, the death streak could have been a lot worse in the end. So I think we have actually another boss battle coming up right now against our rival. But let me just double check to make sure. Never mind, we do not. So Corrin Crossing, and it's all trainers. Okay, so we'll bring back the usual. Noctowl, Feraligatr, and let's see, let's go Basculegion as well. And we need to get our moveset fixed, so should we keep Weavile on the team? I'm gonna say no. Let's get Ampharos back. So, first things first, I do have Megastones to get back to everyone. So, Tinkatane, give that back to you. And that's everything, I think. Yep. But now to fix movesets. So let's go Noctowl. So fly over to Pithiel's town. Heal up just because, and now Delphox. Gonna need you to get Psychic. And I'll also give you Flamethrower again. Tinkaton. You can get Rock Slide again. Is that everyone? Yep, you're good, you're good. Alright, everybody's good. Alright, so let's move on. Can't even fly to Frostlost Cavern, how dare you. So we have to go west of Sappho City. Continue onwards. Corn Crossing! Let's get some encounters. So, Corn Crossing, our encounters include, but are not limited to, they are kind of limited, but they will include these fishing encounters. We don't have the super rod yet, but I'm pretty sure it's something you can get soon. But regardless, none of the fishing encounters really interest me, and same thing applies to the surfing. So looking at the grass, okay, I see the stream died for a second, but we're good. Grass encounters daytime. 20% Magnemite and Weeping Bell, 10% Yanma, Aerodactyl, Braviary and Golduck, 8% Curlia, 5% Victory Bell and Yanmega, and 2% Torkoal. And at nighttime, 20% Magnemite Muna, 10% Girafarig, Aerodactyl, Hisuian Braviary and Golduck, 8% Curlia, 5% Musharna and Farigiraf, and 2% Torkoal. Now, call me crazy, but doesn't Farigiraf actually Mega Evolve in this game? Never mind, it doesn't. So never mind, Farigiraf isn't really anything too impressive. Even though I did have fun using one in, Pokemon Scarlet, I don't think I'll be using Farigiraf this time around. So daytime encounters, we have a potential to get a Mega freaking Victory Bell. And a Curlia. And Aerodactyl as well. Braviary's kind of nice. You know, I think daytime is just the straight up winner here. Okay, so let's get ourselves an encounter. Even though most of the encounters I want, I should not probably lead with Delphox or Noctowl, but I'm going to do it anyways. I need to know if this dude's a trainer or not. Well, just in case. Bastiodon, Conkeldurr, Phalanx. You have 2 Pokemon. Okay, you're just a man. Alright, that's good. Alright, so our encounter is potential for a lot of good things, but also a couple mediocre ones. Weeping Bell, that's probably the one I was looking the least forward to. I mean, I guess I'll take another grass type, but again, at this point with grass types, it's too little too late. Regardless of the fact you can Mega Evolve. Oh, I'm gonna have to go mining to get a Leaf Stone. Oopsie. Oopsie poopsie. Okay, well, we can still take on the trainers here. So, Bastiodon, Conkeldurr, and Phalanx. Oh wait, you used 3. Oh, you use all 3 Pokemon. Oopsie. I'm gonna go for Alligator, and I'm gonna play it safe because Metal Burst. So it's gonna Ice Fang into Vicious Rend. Appleton, that's not in the dock. Oh, for Alligator's my best option. Let's go take a ton. I'm not gonna Mega. Actually, I probably should. If one of your last Pokemon's gonna be a fighting type. So yeah, let's Mega. And Dragalge. Hammer time. Next trainer, Junior, Clawitzer, Ariados, Charjabug, Cleavor. Use 2 Pokemon, there's Charjabug. I respect Charjabug. Because I can't really hit you for super effective damage, I'll just switch out. Don't you Power Gem? Yes, you do. So you're probably the safest play. Because, yep, there's Discharge, cannot be paralyzed, and... yeah, let's just Power Gem. I have nothing to worry about from you. I can save my Mega if need be. Clawitzer. Yeah, let's just Mega. Just don't Dragon Pulse. I also wasn't exactly expecting you to outspeed me. I really should have just flew back. Oh, there's Aerodactyl. Next trainer, Glaceon, Chatot, Wigglytuff, Gardevoir with 3 Pokemon. Oh, I know who I'm using for that fight. Gotta love the cherry blossoms. Bringing itself to the Porte or Porto. Yeah, that one. So we Mega and a Gigaton Hammer. We just one-shot with huge power. Gardevoir. Here we can Spirit Break, that should still be enough damage. Yep. And now we Gigaton Hammer. Next trainer, Togedemaru, Magneton, Berserker. Chances are you'll have Sturdy. Rainbow is still the optimal play anyways. And there we go. Togedemaru, you might have Sturdy as well. Nope, okay. You're an assistant, I do not care. I don't think you're a trainer. Yeah, give me the Super Rod. Let's see, I can surf a little bit, but don't really care too much for the encounters. Alright, well. Nice surf spot, I guess. Next trainer will have Weavile, Paldean, Tauros, Sea, and Stoutland with 2 Pokemon. Your Darcy, Tauros, your Mega, your Psychic, your Stoutland, Flamethrower since that has more power points. That's fine. Heal up that little sliver of HP. Wasn't enough, but I do not care. Oh, I did not actually mean to run into you. Hisuian Electrode, Heliolisk Electrode. That should still be fine. Electrode. Yeah, sure, we'll Mega again. And we'll have one more trainer afterwards. Nice crit, and we also beat an Electrode. Discharge. Okay. Have a Psychic. One more trainer. There you are. Mandatory. Oscar with Bolton, Typhlosion, and Xatu. A ground type move would be nice. If I had one. Can I just go Delphox again? Or should I just go Mega for Alligator? Let's go Mega for Alligator. Let's switch things up. Bolton, yep, this is where I Mega. Vicious Rend. This will just one-shot you regardless. There's Typhlosion. Fire Ground, oh boy, yep, goodbye. I'm afraid I'm gonna get forced into a mandatory battle that I'm not ready for. Just in case, let's get the boss fight list back up. And just prepare for a lead Pokemon between Floatzel and Ninetales. I'm gonna play it safe. We're actually gonna prepare for the boss fight here. So your first 2 lead Pokemon are Floatzel and Ninetales. Now if Ninetales gets a Will-O-Wisp off, that would literally be worst case scenario, because I was planning on leading for Alligator. Because Strong Job will just straight up do a Floatzel. Ninetales, however, Dazzling Gleam could also be an issue. I could probably go Lumberry? I don't know. Because I could go Lumberry on a potential Will-O-Wisp and 2-shot on an Aqua Jet. Let me heal first. Let's prepare for this fight. Any chance of using you? Adaptability? What? Why do you have this? And why do you have a goated special attack stat? What? Who gave you adaptability? Why do you have adaptability? Why are you actually good? But you know what? I will not complain. I think Basque Legion just straight up is my best lead. So let's just go Basque Legion as my lead. And let's prepare for the rest of her team, starting with her Mega, which is of course a Victory Bell. That just gets hard-walled by Tinkaton, and or outsped one-shot by Delphox. Espathra, Tinkaton can once again do well. Hypno, that's 100% Tinkaton. Basque Legion Male is definitely very bad. Yeah, no, so I gotta save Fraligator for the Basque Legion and not use the Mega there. So Minior with Shell Smash and Explosion. That's once again gonna be Basque Legion. Dragonair Atmospheric. New custom ability. What you doing? Restores a quarter of the max HP when hit by a water or flying move, and the move will have no effect on the user. So it's water absorb, but for water and flying type moves. That's interesting. But with that said, it's still Dragonair, can't really do too much damage. Once again, I could just use Tinkaton. Politoed. Waterfall, Body Slam. On one hand, Basque Legion could do well. On the other hand, Bear Song. So probably not. I hate how at nighttime my face gets super blue in the face cam. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see if I try to reset my face cam here. Hey, I'm still blue. Nah, shoot, how did I do that? Why are you over there now? I don't know. Alright, yep, that's perfect. I'm a child. I'll just mess around with my hue a little bit. Because for some reason I'm getting even more blue. Oh my god, I'm going green. Now I'm wearing purple. Screw it, we're just gonna deal with blue. Enjoy it. Anyways, Polytoad, I still have a Serena I can use. Drop kick, thunderous kick, stopping tantrum, high jump kick. Protects from priority. Can get a hidden ability that increases the power of stomping moves. Will Serena be useful in any other situation in this fight? Maybe Basket Legion because you're a little bit bulky? Bulky-ish? Other than that, I don't know. But Vikavolt could be a little bit of an issue. Because that thing's going to hit hard no matter what. Unless I counter with my own Vikavolt. When I grab Ampharos, I can get off one power gem, but then switch out. You would need like an extra drill to resist all of those moves. Hate to say it, like Chinkaton might have to be another answer here. But I don't think I'm using Noctowl in this fight. That I think I know for sure. We could probably bring Serena for now. And we are definitely leading with Basket Legion. And I'm going to give you a Lumberry. You know, I think I'll give you Rest as well. I've never used Wave Crash Run once, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Rest and a Lumberry. I'm still uncertain if I want to use Ampharos or not. And let me at least compare speeds between you two. Of course, you get slower upon Mega Evolving, and you just straight up hit slightly faster. And are slightly bulkier. Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to be it, so... No, Vikavolt. And I think that's probably just the team we're going to run with. So adaptability. If you lead with Ninetales, I'll just double Aqua Jet. Actually, no. I mean, yeah, I can actually just straight up just double Aqua Jet because I either one-shot the Ninetales or I don't. And then it's just a free two-shot. But, like, worst case scenario that could happen to Basque Legion is if I Shadow Force against the Float Soul. But, of course, it will outspeed me with Flip Turn. Which means you get a fast Flip Turn on the Basque Legion. And then when my Shadow Force comes back on a potential Vikavolt pivot. Or even just any other super effective pivot in general, that could complicate things. Like, very niche situation, yes, but extremely possible. To the point where I'm almost tempted to just only use Aqua Tail against Floatzel just in case that situation pops up. In which case, that's also potentially a free 2-shot on Vikavolt. Regardless, I think this is the team we're going to run with. Serena? I need Fly. I forget if you need your hand ability or regular ability. But regardless, we are going straight back to Santo City, which we're already at. So, let me look up your ability again. Strong leg, so it's hidden ability. Yep, buy the ability patch. Ability patch, give that to Serena. And I'll give you the expert belt. It's also a matter if I want to give you a Jolly nature. Nah, you actually have a speed increasing nature already. You'll probably be fine. You're actually pretty fast compared to the rest of my team members. So let's go ahead, get Delphox back. And I'll keep my Mega Evolution options open, I suppose. Dude, I'm most likely going to be using Mega Tinkaton. But instead of Rock Slide, should I probably go Rest? Or Protect? I think I'll actually go Protect over Rest this time around. Actually, you know what? Screw Rock Slide, since that's only going to be useful in, like, one other specific scenario. Which you're probably not even going to be on the field for to begin with. So, Basque Legion. I am going to hope for a Ninetales lead, though. You know what? Since we're here, one more time for good luck. I still got it. Let's spend that point. 75? Okay. Sharp beak. I don't think I have too many of those, so I'll take that. Good old national park music. That's a big braviary. Wonder what Warlord looks like in the overworld. I'm gonna save in case I get jump scared. Alright, we're just gonna go straight into the battle first to make sure that I get that over with. Statue of the Mighty Tropius. Read about it? Sure. Such a great story that I'm definitely gonna remember. Remember, the team commander is regrouping in the hideout just south of here. And I'll get right on that. Ain't this a battle facility? Battle pavilion. It's all or nothing. Yep, there you are. Also, I just realized I've been going through the grass when I realized we haven't gotten an encounter yet. Alright, let's get this over with. You made it through Port Pello! I thought I saw you coming through. Just south of here are the next trails, which wind their way down to Arrow's hideout. Are you sure you're ready for that challenge? You better be ready to back up those words. I challenge you to a battle. Show me just how strong you've gotten. Alright, I am really hoping for Float Soul here. Or not Float Soul. Ninetales. Yes! Okay. So, I am gonna Aqua Jet if it does not one-shot. That's perfectly fine. Because no matter what it uses, I have a Lumberry and it's not going to do any damage whatsoever to me. So, we'll Aqua Jet. You're gonna Dazzling Gleam. Okay, so we did not need the Lumberry after all. Oh, you have the Dragonair. That's a Politoed. Politoed, 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 Politoed. Deepwater Curse? Or Perish Song? I can't imagine you using any other move. But, unfortunately, you are a normal type. Deepwater Curse is Frostbite condition, I believe. I should be fine. I'm gonna go Serena, and I'm just gonna Drop Kick. Drop Kick to the face! Waterfall does nothing. Enjoy this kick! Alright, please do not be Vikavolt. Ninetales. Okay, perfect. You're probably gonna Flamethrower. We go Basket Legion, we Aqua Jet, we get rid of you. You do have a full restore. No burn, we're fine, we Aqua Jet. There's your full restore. I am perfectly okay with that. Alright, let me guess, so you're gonna go Dragonair now? Nope, no Dragonair. Go Basket Legion! No, please do not be Vikavolt. Basket Legion! Alright, so you're gonna Shadow Force or Bitter Malice. I'm gonna compare base speeds real quick. 112 to 104. Yours will probably outspeed mine, so that's fine. I think it's just safer to go for Alligator no matter what. There's your Shadow Force. I'm just gonna crunch. It'll do nothing, that's fine. I tank this, I crunch back. Spathra. You have Dazzling Gleam, don't you? You do. But Tinkerton, of course, can deal with you with no issue whatsoever. At least you don't have Vikavolt, which is best case scenario. Mega Evolve into Gigaton Hammer. Yeah, I think they messed up by giving this Pokemon huge power. Next, Hypno. Oh yeah, this is just absolutely free. It can't do anything to me other than Psychic and Dark Pulse, so... We Spirit Break, and we one-shot. Because you're already Dark type now. And lastly is Victor Bell, which just gets one-shot by Gigaton Hammer. Even though you gain some bulk, actually there's a chance you might survive this. Never mind. And no innards out in this game. Because this was made before the abilities got revealed. So yeah, Tinkerton is not allowed to die. You're totally ready to kick Team Chimera's butts. Well, I've got you here. I should tell you about our plans. I've been flying around the Ilios region, and it turns out the gym leaders are working on a plan to take down Team Chimera too. A few of the gym leaders you've challenged are gathering to destroy Team Chimera. The only problem is time. Adam, they've told me to send you forward without them. We can't afford to wait any longer. I just wanted to let you know that you're not alone in this fight. Alright, I'm gonna head out and gather more gym leaders for the cause. Good luck, Adam, you can do this. Alright, so that was very easy. Mr. Water, where you at? Wait, am I that allergic to Mystic Water? Not too bad. Gotta tough through those allergies. Okay, we'll get ourselves an encounter in a second. Seems like we're going to be getting mostly fairy types in these grass. And definitely going to be that dude's Corphish. Corphish Core! So let's get Noctowl back. I mean, if our team's working so well, why ruin it? So locations. It is now time to look at our encounters for Port Pello. Once again, the encounters in the water don't really impress me too much. We have good enough water types already. I'll be all set with water types for most of the rest of the game. So let's look at the grass. So 20% Togetic and Jigglypuff, 10% Linoon, Pachirisu, Ribombee and Tropius. No. 20% Linoon, Pachirisu, Rubami, Tropius. Yep, that's right. 8% Alolan Raichu, 5% Cherim, 5% Wigglytuff, 2% Rapidash. Nighttime. 20% Morgrem and Floette. 10% Galarian Linoon, 10% Mimikyu, 10% Ribombi and Tropius, 8% Raichu, 5% Grimmsnow, 5% Glorges, 5% Rapidash, and I think I already know what I want immediately. Yeah, it's nighttime. Maybe don't leave Noctowl because there's a lot of, dark types I could go up against. I'm gonna leave Tinkaton. A lot of Mega Evolution options and or great type combinations in general. And why have a Alolan Raichu when you can get one that can Mega Evolve? Twice. So let's get an encounter. See? We can now get Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y if we wanted to. So let's Quick Ball. Yeet! The Quick Ball is your best friend. So we got Raichu. But that's not all, because we have another encounter coming up in the next trails. So, water-type encounters, you can look through them if you want. I have no interest in any of them. Plus, I think most of them are about the same as the port anyways. So, let's go straight to the grass encounters. Starting with a 20% Xatu and Snover. Along with a 100% chance of typing in the dock instead of the game. I just want to move to the route first, man. The next trails... I think these words are crawling with Team Chimera grunts. We should probably get out of here. Alright, but good. Here's grass. We're touching grass. Alright, 20% Xatu and Snover, 10% Breloom, Go-Goat, which has a Mega Evolution, and Persian, 5% Berserker Lurantis, 4%, no, I messed things up, hang on. 20% Xatu Snover, 10% Breloom, Go-Goat, Persian, Berserker, 5% Lurantis and Abomasnow, 4% Bana and Dusclops, and 2% Hisuian Electrode. And at nighttime, 20% Pumpkaboo and Snover, 10% Shuppet and Duskull, 10% Alolan Persian and Berserker, 5% Gourgeist and Abomasnow, Bana, Dusclops, or 4%, and 2% Hisuian Electrode. Yep, so let's get a nighttime encounter. Oh, you... I don't want that! That was like the one thing I didn't want. Like, at least ghost types give me, like, a... Like, it gives me resistance. What does Snover give me? A decent option in inverse battle, which we'll never run into? I'm not even gonna bother damaging you. Just get in the Dusk Ball. And gotta love how we're getting all the grass type accounts where we don't really need them anymore. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So get in the box. Took a little bit of damage, so heal that off. I would even win a ticket from Bombi there. But hey, we got a Raichu, so you can't complain about that, because that is a Mega Evolution. A fast one as well. And while our box may be growing, your IVs are actually really good outside of attack. Can we get the same amount of luck with Raichu? Actually, yes. Those are very good IVs. Man, I might actually consider investing into this Raichu a bit. Why? Please tell me you get Fake Out. You can. Regardless, I would need to use a hidden ability to get you Lightning Rod, but I'm okay with that. I got the money. Alright, you know what? Switch out Ampharos. And I'm gonna have to decide on what Megastone to give you. But at least since it's the modern day, we can actually learn level up moves for you now. Slam. Let's give it a double team. Thunderbolt. Better than Discharge. I don't think I'll be using Spark anytime soon. Even though Agility's kind of poo-poo. No Wild Charge. But now let's actually look at the Mega Evolutions here. Oh, I might need to go with Raichu Y. Because Mega Raichu X is definitely a physical attacker. With 130 base speed. Mega Raichu Y is 150 speed and 125 special attack. With Galvanize for its ability. Do we gain anything from that, though? Like, what normal move can you learn? Outside of Hyper Beam. It's also a special attack. Yeah, I think I made my point. But I am at least gonna go to Pithios Town anyways. And I'm gonna need to get a Thunderstone. So I guess we could do some mining. Elemental Punches. And Mega Raichu X also becomes a fighting type. Body Slam. Oh my god. Swift! What's the point of Galvanize if you can't even take advantage of that ability with any good special moves? Like, if you want to fire off the most powerful Hyper Beam in the world, go right ahead. I'm not doing that. I unfortunately might have to go with Raichu X. Something I really did not want to invest in, but I don't think I have a choice. Galvanize isn't a great ability. And 130 speed is still enough to outspeed most opponents. Even though 150 base speed, I'm outspeeding everything. there's another option for move tutors in this game, but I don't know where the next tutor is, because you can definitely learn Fake Out from a move tutor. I see it on the sheet. I may actually need to look this up. Pokemon Lazarus move tutors. There's a quest in Southwest City that gives a glimmering charm which increases the odds of wild Pokemon holding items. I'm literally about to go on the biggest tangent ever. Nemo's Bird's Reward? Ugh. I don't know what that is. Wait, what? Hang on. Yeah, let me get 250 unique species in the Pokédex to get leftovers real quick. Leftovers can be held by Applin. I'm assuming that's just 5% chance. Also, I just realized this on the spreadsheet. Eviolite for the Prince Evolution. Yeah, I'd assume so. With the Super Rod Treasure, you can get items, including leftovers. I'm getting so distracted, like, it's actually stupid, but... Aw, man, the only way you can get Roost is by catching all Pokemon. Ugh. I don't even know anymore. I'm gonna need to focus for a second on freaking Raichu, because I went down a super stupid tangent away from my actual goal here. Keep an eye on the chat. And well, since people seem to be joining the VC, alright, I'm gonna think about what to do with Raichu off screen. So I'm gonna have to end up the stream a little earlier than usual. But yeah, as of right now, it looks like our time is up. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm good. Something just went down the wrong way. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.